Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Welcome to a spontaneous live session on Tuesday. It is July the 1st, 2025, and I have decided to do a quick live session, saying hello. Just spending some time with you guys so that you can actually say hello to, jump in, having a cozy time. There's no topic related today, and we can actually just enjoy some time off, so to speak, and have a relaxed thing going on, no stress whatsoever. And that is the aim of today, so to speak. And it is great to see you guys if you're coming. And if not, that's okay as well. So don't worry about that. So today is July the 1st, so happy month and happy opportunity to recreate yourself, if you will, and if you want to call it like that. So therefore, very happy to spend some time, doing some stuff, talking about a couple of things maybe, and see where this might go. Nothing too special. We had a long session yesterday already, and therefore happy to do that all again. Just hanging out, see who is coming, see what we're going to talk about, and see what we are going to do together. So this is a very spontaneous thing, and happy for everyone who's joining, to say hello, to do whatever, and having some relaxed time together in a nice atmosphere. That's what we're going to do. So again, nothing special set up. Obviously, if you want to talk, we can do that spontaneously. You can come up to the microphone if you want to. Other than that, we do that on Thursday anyway with an open microphone session. And in case you want that, happy to let me know. Also happy if you guys join the chat and say hello and write something in there so that people are aware that you're alive, so to speak. And that would be awesome indeed. Yeah. And other than that, again, happy 1st of May. Happy 1st of July. Happy 1st of May. Yeah, that would be good because it would be a free working day. So that would be awesome, right? Having 1st of May every 1st of month. Hi, Cheche. Good evening. Happy new month. Hope you're doing well. Hope June was good to you. And hope July would even be better. And good to see you again. It's been a minute since you were here. So good to have you back. Oh, geez. I have to adjust my lighting here somehow. Sometimes the next couple of days, so that I don't look like the living halo, so to speak. And how is everything going, Cheche? How is your life? How is life treating you? How is your current situation? How is everything in the town? Again, this is a super spontaneous thing. Until an hour and a half or something ago, I didn't even know that I'm going to do a live. However, there's a new video out, a little tutorial about StreamYard. It's available on my channel. And in case you want to have a little insight on how to use StreamYard for your loops, in case you didn't know, then feel free to do that. That is good to know, Cheche. That is very good to know. So, yeah, it's always good to hear when people are doing well. That's the most important thing. Everything else can wait. Being well is the most important thing, in my opinion. And I'm very happy that all of you are here and all of you are coming now step by step, and also happy to say hello to those who are silent. As we all know, there are quite some of them. So, Cheche, what's new? Tell me some gossip. Come on, tell me some gossip so that we can spread the word about that for to other people in the aftermath, so that people have something to talk about when they go to the bushes in the good old YouTube streets and having a good time there. So that is always a good thing to do. Some little gossip. See who we can roast today, especially those who are not here. Let's roast some people. Let's enjoy some time and let's get a couple of things off the chain, so to speak. What? What do you mean no gossip, Cheche? Hi, Captain. What do you mean no gossip, Cheche? Come on. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, darling. Give me some. Come on. Give me some. Give me some. Give me some gossip. It's always fun because sometimes when people come here, one of them is going to be roasted anyway. So it's always funny to see the reactions from that in the chat and having that done. So no, I only do that for fun. Actually, I never really do gossip about anyone. I mean, not gossip, just like fake stories. Maybe I sometimes I create fake stories when people are in the chat and we're having a laugh and stuff like that. That's what I did. I think yesterday I did quite some actually. Cheche, do you want to know the story about Goga that I have created? In case if you haven't heard that in one of the last live streams. If you want, I can give you that story, and I think you might even find it funny. So, in case you want to know, I mean, Goga is watching from the bushes anyway somehow. So, and he knows he was there when I did that recently. So, in case you want to know, have a little laugh, let me know. And if not, we can also sit in awkward silence and we stare on each other's screen. So, story of Goga. It's a fake story, obviously. It's a fake story of Goga that I have created spontaneously the other day. That actually led to my track that I have done. I don't know if you have seen it. The Presidential Flight, it's called. It's obviously about Goga and his ability and his habit flying with a presidential airline all the time. And I have created this fake story around that, and the reactions were hilariously good, I have to admit. And it was really great to have the feedback that people found it funny. And yeah, that is about Goga, our very president, Mr. Goga. So let me tell you the story so that you have the idea. When we are in the stream of Goga, either the Wednesday thing, but mostly the Sunday service. Sometimes we play around, or he plays around with the thing that he is a president of the tribe and everything. We call him Mr. President and all these funny things. And one day he came to my channel. I think it was last week Thursday or something. And yeah, last week Thursday. And he came to my channel, and it was so funny because I said, "Oh, Mr. President is in the house." And then I started something like, you all know Goga as the modest guy, sitting there in his living room or whatever, doing his live streams. And but what a lot of people don't know, that he actually lives in a golden palace where are not even mirrors, because those mirrors are replaced by people who, clean the walls after he took a shower from the steam. So he can actually see himself in his own golden mirrors and his own gold walls that are actually, replacing any mirror whatsoever. Goga is so awkwardly rich. He even has, golden toilets, everything golden. and even golden toothbrushes and all that stuff. So his staff is permanently busy wiping off the steam in the bathroom after his shower, so that he doesn't need to bother to buy a mirror, but then he can just shave there and stuff like that, and do that while he was just looking at his wall from the bathroom. And that is kind of that is the story that went up last week. And then I sat down at the weekend and created some music. And hey, River Girl, good evening, my dear. How are you doing? How is life? And so the story ended with obviously then, Goga always fly with his presidential airline to some place, to some important meeting and stuff like that. And that is how the story came up for me to actually create this track that I have uploaded just recently, which is named The Presidential Flight. And obviously, if you look on the cover, it shows Goga, it shows his airline. Obviously, it's called Goga Force One, and the airport is called Welcome to the Goga Diocese or something like that. And yeah, always funny to lean on those stories and create some fake gossip about it. So yeah, River Girl, my dear, yeah, do so. Happy to if you're gonna listen to it, and comments always appreciated, as you know. And River Girl, how was your day? How was everything going in the village? I had a talk with your sister recently, and I will talk to her again, and then she might come up with you and to you and tell you about what we talked about. Just that you know that that is no surprise or something. But sometimes Ragos has a couple of ideas to share, and yeah, I spoke to your sister, as I said, and she's gonna come back to you the next couple of days, I guess, so that you know what is going on. And I hope everything with you and the kids is good. That's the most important thing. And then, already it's Tuesday, so weekend is about to come. And yeah, it's not that long anymore. When Tuesday is over, weekend is just around the corner, kind of. So, yeah. Having said that, I would just like to let you know tomorrow at 7 p.m. So literally after a couple of days already that I didn't do anything like that, you will see me in DJ action again after a couple of days, and you're going to see me in playing some music, some house. It will be, and for those who are interested in that, happy if you guys join. Thursday, I'm going to do a regular talk session. Friday, what am I doing on Friday? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure if I have planned anything for Friday. I think, and by the way, there's a new video out as by today. It would be great if you watch it. For those who haven't been on the live, it's the introduction video on how to create a loop on StreamYard, because that is a frequently asked question. So how to create a loop on StreamYard, and I did a little very simple tutorial video of that. I think it's like 12 minutes or something. And if you guys want to watch it, that would be great. And then you have the idea on how to do that on StreamYard. And I will do a lot more little, very simple tutorial videos in the next time, so that for all those questions that are coming up, I can maybe share some little screen and stuff like that, how I do those things and how things to be done, so that you can visibly see it, and that you then have an opportunity to also do the same thing. So what you can do is to have a look on those videos for those who have not done StreamYard yet, or for those who have not had an idea on how to actually set a loop and stuff like that. Loops, for those who are not really familiar with it, are those videos that are constantly played in a loop, surprisingly, and that you can play for hours and hours on StreamYard, and then you can have that broadcasted live, because that is a cool thing. That you have, oops, I'm not recharging offline at all. I'm still here. Hello. So that you can actually do some other things in between, but still get some watch hours, and get those things done, and have the opportunity to, you know, do other things on your computer or cut videos or whatever. Obviously, you should not do both at one amenity, especially not when you only have a smartphone. So you should do at least once at a time. But just giving you the hint on what to do and how to do it, at least from the computer perspective, so you can watch the thing as live, so that you understand what's going on and how you can do those things. And in the end of the day, it is helpful for those who need watch hours, and it is helpful for those who decide to give the opportunity to also have a look. I mean, you can do loops from almost everything. You know, if you go for a nice walk and have the opportunity to take a little picture, like a little video, should be at least 30 seconds and can be maximum 2 minutes. And then you upload it, and then, you know, put little text in there. I just give you the tutorial there on the video. So in the case, if you want to watch it and you want to see how that works with StreamYard and stuff, let me know, and you're going to have some fun. So that is it for me. And on Saturday, for me, it will be a super highlight because I'm going to Landshut. Landshut is a town not too far away from Munich, and I'm going to see and meet Ifeanyico there because he's going to play live. He is a Nigerian artist, and he's been on this channel and also in Goga's channel for quite some time. So on Saturday, I'm going to see him on the Africa Days that are hosted there for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and going to be there to watch his performance, but also take videos from the market and all that things, so that I can actually show you around a little bit there on how the things work and how you can actually how you can actually also take part. Maybe I also do a live video there from Ifeanyico doing his performance with his drum group, and then you can actually have a look at that as well. So I'll let you take part of this, and on Sunday, you know, you will be listening again to like a tech house session. I've prepared a couple of tracks for that in the loop, in the mix, so that everyone is a little bit satisfied for that's what is coming. So therefore, looking forward to really do that and being there on Saturday, and being part of the adventure on getting a couple things done. So just that you know, Father is not lazy. Father is always busy these days, and always nice to do that, and also see some obviously feedback on that. You know, when I produce something, if it is live or if it is a video, it's always nice to have some feedback, and it's always nice to have some things, you know, in the background and those kind of stuff. Yeah, so that will be the rest of this week. Obviously, I also have work to do on a regular basis. So going to, you know, having some fun and getting those things done in a proper way. So looking forward to that indeed. And next week we're gonna have another week, obviously, but it's already then week 2 in July, believe it or not. And you know, in the end of the day, it's gonna be a good thing to have a good time, most of all. That's the most important thing. I'll be back in just 1 minute, so please bear with me, and I will give you some music in between, just that you guys know that you guys can listen to some music. I just need a bite to eat. I'll be right back and bring my food with me, so don't worry about that. All right, here I am again. Yeah, it's a bit, as you see, we have a lot of sun these days in Germany, and just giving you some idea of more ton of myself. So, yeah, this is it's very warm in Germany actually, and food is being cooked in the background, and everything is properly done. So currently, how many degrees do we have? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Um, where were we? Where were we? We have, oh, I don't even know. Now look where I see that. Currently, weather. 31 degrees. So it is like almost 6:30 here, p.m. And we have 31 degrees still. And this is just the beginning of the summer. So for those who are not familiar with European weather, the thing is that you usually have a relatively cold winter, especially in the area where I live, because I live in the Alps or near the Alps, the mountains in the south of Germany, border to Austria, Switzerland. And usually, when summer is over, autumn starts. It gets relatively cold relatively fast. On the other hand, the point is that the summer here can be extremely hot. It is not necessarily common sense, but it can be extremely hot here. So at the moment, as I said, we got 6:30 p.m. already. It's daylight very long here these days. It's in the summertime because here we have daylight up to 9 something o'clock in the evening, and then it's getting dark. And in the end of the day, the point is that we have created the summer vibes. So that means that people who now have a balcony, like I thankfully have, there's a sun umbrella you can take, can do a barbecue, you do a lot of things outdoors. I got two dogs and all that, and therefore people are more outside. We have a nice beer garden culture, and for those who actually want to know, I can also happily show some videos of that one day, and also some stuff here on the screen if you guys want to. So always happy to do that. And in the end of the day, the point is that there's always something nice to see, and there's always something interesting to see what's going on here, and so on and so on. So that people are actually having a good time in the short as it is, because when autumn starts, again, it gets relatively cold, relatively fast, and therefore it is always a good thing to enjoy the summer as good as you possibly can, because then you have the opportunity to, chill out a little bit more. Days feel a little longer. It is awkwardly hot for our part here, but days feel a little longer, and things like that. So, um, in the end of the day, the good thing is that you can still chill out, and that you can still having a good time, and that you can still also enjoy as much as you can, because obviously when summer is over, it rains a lot, day and night. Then it starts snowing eventually, maybe if you're lucky. This is not that common anymore. And in the end of the day, yeah, it is how it is. So um, if people are coming online, and if people are now doing their things, obviously it is also good to have the chance to spend more time outside, because it is daylight, right? Mm. And also the good thing is that it is very long day. Hey, home remedies. Good evening. Hi, Mandy. How are you doing? Happy to see you. Thank you for coming. Really appreciating it. Just talking about the weather here currently, because it is like going to be six. What is it now? 6:30 exactly, and it's really hot here. It's 31 degrees centigrades, and we are still having daylight for quite some time left. So usually it gets dark here like after 9 p.m. I mean, dark. Sun is going down like at 8:45, 9 something, and then Daylight is gone at around 9, after 9 o'clock. Very cold. Oh, what? Okay, what do you consider cold? Tell me the degrees. Tell me the centigrades you have. Here is 31 degrees, 31 centigrades. So it's really hot here. And since in Europe we are actually not used to that kind of temperatures constantly, like for instance in Africa or something, usually we don't have an air conditioner in our apartments. And I'm really considering to get one for next year. So in the end of the day, we are having a we are still enjoying it, even though we are sweating like there's no tomorrow. But obviously, it is a lot better than having the freezing winter that we are going to have pretty soon. Because we're already now in July, so summer is in the middle. It's now getting to the mid part. So here's how it usually works. From January to, let's say, depending on where in Germany you live, to end of March, April-ish or something, you have the opportunity to freeze because it's really cold. It's winter. I mean, after Christmas, everything gets even really colder. So February is most likely the most cold month in the year. And Happy New Month, Mandy. Happy New Month. So, and then it starts spring, which is very nice because, trees are getting colorful again, flowers are coming out and all that. Then comes summer, and that's the state where we are now. And then autumn starts like in September-ish. We always say here in Munich, where I live, when Oktoberfest is over, then the autumn actually starts. The leaves are falling down, getting brown and all that. And then it's getting colder and colder, a lot of rain and all that stuff. You have to take care of your car and, take the good, the winter wheels, the winter tires. Otherwise, it's too dangerous to drive when the streets are frozen. And then obviously comes winter, like, let's say, depending on the year, let's say end of November-ish or something like that. And so that's how we live here, and that's what we do. And especially when you live near the Alps, like I do, near the mountains, then obviously it's a lot colder. So in the end of the day, it is kind of interesting to see where things are. Well, I mean, I know in Nigeria, obviously, there's two seasons, right? There's the summer season or the dry season, and then there's the rain season. I've witnessed that myself for 3 years. I don't know if you know, Mendy, but I used to live in Nigeria, by the way. You see, as you see here, Nigeria. Well, there you go. So I used to live in Warri, and so I know that those seasons are there. And I can remember as a little boy when it was rain season, which I believe was between April and September/October. We were actually showering in the pure rain. So we didn't bother to take a shower in the bathroom. Obviously, we could have done that as well. But it was always fun for us. We take a piece of soap, go to the rain, and take a shower there. It was not cold. Hi, Spirograph. Good evening. It was not cold. We just took a shower, and it was the rain came down like you know it better than I do, right? But we had this. I'm good, Spirograph. Thanks for asking. Good for coming. Thank you. So we really literally, I mean, this is literally, we took a shower in the rain. And it was not cold, like if you put cold water in the shower, everyone is like, eek, goosebumps, it's cold and all that stuff. And then again, at the end of the day, you're like, in the rain in Nigeria, it was better. Now, when we came back to Germany after 3 years, now this is the interesting part. We arrived back in summer German time. So, thank you, Spirograph. I appreciate that. I also support you. I've subscribed to your channel a while ago already. And the thing is that when we came back to Germany, so obviously we're not in Africa, obviously not. But the temperatures in summer, when it rains, they really fall down big time, right? That means that they can go easily down to below 20 degrees if it rains and stuff like that for a couple of days. So obviously the heat is like a bit exhausting, yeah, to be honest. But on the other hand, if you consider the fact that when the rain comes for like 2 to 3 days in a row, temperatures are going down the drain. And I mean like down the drain, also in summer. Not like freezing cold, but it's relatively fresh then. So that is actually the what the weather changes does. So we have several weather scenarios here. Whilst in Nigeria, you either have dry or you have rain, right? And what I heard is, and I'm not sure about that. Maybe Mandy, you can tell me about that. As far as I heard somewhere, the rain seasons are getting shorter and shorter, and the dry seasons are staying longer and longer. Like also in the south of Nigeria, is that correct? Not 100% sure. Just heard that, to be honest, and not sure on how to react on that. But thank you very much indeed, Spirograph. Thank you. So I don't know how the weather conditions is these days. I mean, my reminders were from 81 to 84, so it's quite some days ago. And if I consider the fact that we lived there for 3 years and we got used to the weather immediately, um, I think that was awesome. We had great times spending. Yeah, but what do you consider cold, Mandy? I mean, how many degrees do you have in Nigeria right now? I don't know in which area you live, but maybe you can tell me the how many centigrades do you have? And let me have a look on Google. Let me have a look on Google. Better com. What area in Nigeria do you live in? Nigeria. Nigeria. Let's have a look. Is it more Abuja? Is it more in the north or more in the south? Then I can actually try to locate a little bit the weather and see how it goes there. And let me see. So in Lagos is 28 degrees at the moment. Oh no, it is now, yeah, it's 27 degrees. A little bit steamy or a little bit humid, maybe, if you will. Let's see what Abuja says. Abuja says also, well, 29 degrees, same as here. So in Germany, we find that awkwardly hot, to be honest. And so again, depending on where in Nigeria you are located, can be totally different. Let's see what's happening in Jos. Jos has 21 degrees at the moment. Okay, that's relatively cold comparing to. Let me see Spirograph. If I have the time, I will do so. Okay, no worries. Enjoy your life. And yeah, so okay, that is, to be honest, more in the east. It's a little bit colder, but I think it is still warm comparing to our winter at least, and therefore enjoy the momentum also that it cools down a little bit, because I know it can be awkwardly hot if dry season comes to Nigeria. So yeah. Having said that, the good thing is obviously that there's a change here and there in the climate zones. So if you ever want to have a cool down, you come to Germany in winter, -15, -16, -21 degrees, depends on where you are. And then you can really freeze your butt off in the literal meaning of that. So that you can actually have some ideas on what to expect actually when you are ever coming to Germany and spend some time here around Christmas or something like that. And just that you know those things are happening. And it is interesting to see the reactions from people from countries where it is really hot during the year, when they spend the first winter in Germany, and when they then come and say that, oh, it is so cold. It is so cold. And I'm like, yeah, this is winter, welcome to it. And you know, in the end of the day, the interesting part that is when it is summer, some of them already start complaining. Oh, it is so hot here. It is so hot here. I say, yeah, well, but compared to the country where you come from, it is still relatively mild. Well, obviously, 31 degrees is 31 degrees. And I read today in the news that there are some people already from coming from Africa living here that they're saying, yeah, well, okay, the summer here is short enough. Let's enjoy it as much as we possibly can. We go to the beer garden, sit there with friends and stuff like that, enjoy some time off, mm, having a good time, and having a good some good vibrations, and having a good time to enjoy the momentum, so to speak. And having said that, it is also good to have summer. Period. Summer is summer is summer. You cannot do anything bad against summer at all, and therefore, it is always good to enjoy some good times and stuff like that. So, however, again, for those who just came, I have created a video which is giving you a little insight about how to use StreamYard and how to create a loop. And if you ever have a time watching that, or if you're ever in need on having that done. So in South, but it's not that cold there. I mean, I don't know what you define cold, but comparing to, well, here it is 31 degrees at the moment. Yeah, it is hot for us, but I know that back then in Nigeria, we were always like, having the pleasure when rain season started. Opala. When rain season started, that we were all blessed because another winter. Aqua Ibon State. Oh, okay, gotcha. I used to live in Delta. Well, now Delta. I used to be Bendel State in the past, before they did the reformation on the federal districts and all that stuff. And yeah, it used to be Bendel State. Benin City was capital of Bendel State, and yeah, so in this 27 degrees. Yeah, well, do you really define 27 degrees cold? Jeez, is it not more like a pleasant thing to comparing to the heat that you usually have? I don't know if you have an air conditioner or stuff. I know that in Nigeria, people still live without an air conditioner, which must be super brutal, to be honest. Which I think is like a huge thing to live without an air conditioner, especially when electricity is gone and you don't have a generator for electricity or something. I heard a lot of stories just recently that people are really really suffering. Well, 27 degrees, but again, do you think it is really cold or is it just refreshing? I don't know what you consider cold, Mandy. Let me tell you this: people who come to Germany or to Europe, Central Europe, where I live, and witness a winter the first time, they are like, I want to go home. I want to go home. It's so cold here. And they wear all these jackets and the scarves and the hats and gloves and everything, and two underwear, three leggings and whatever. Even the men, some of them, and then the jeans, and what they cover themselves as good as they possibly can, because it is really getting cold here, and cold means cold, and I mean really freezing cold. Like, you can consider that if you have a freezer at home to freeze your food that you want to keep for longer, there usually it is like -8 to 15 degrees, depending on how high you put the energy. But that is a winter here in Germany. That is a regular winter here in Germany. Can even be way colder, like way below 20 degrees centigrades in the worst case. And then you are like, okay, let's have some fun. Let's stay at home. for the next 6 months until spring comes back. Interestingly, some rich people, and I mean, talking about people who, really have money, they do something. That's what I hear very often. Hi, Thierry. Good evening. Happy New Month. And a lot of rich people, I mean, really rich people, what they do is they have a couple of residencies all over the place. And I'm not talking about huge villas or something. I'm talking about apartments, little houses, stuff like that. So what they do, they stay in Germany between March and October, latest ish, especially those in Munich who say, okay, I'm going to stay here until Oktoberfest is over. The week after, we're going to clean up the apartment or the house, seal everything, cover everything from the furniture and all that. And then we go to somewhere, I don't know, Mallorca in Spain or Crete in Greece or Sardinia in Italy and stay there for the winter because it is a lot more mild. It is not hot. It is not really, you cannot really swim in the water and stuff, but it is a lot milder than it is in Germany at that time. So they don't want to stay in the winter. They don't want to stay in the snow. They don't want to have sleepy roads while driving and all that stuff. So they literally go to those places for a couple months and come back then in spring. Or they stay the spring as well in whatever country because it is then already warmer than it will be in Germany at that time of the year. And then they go and stay there for another couple of weeks until spring is also in Germany officially. These days, you can check the weather online. And a lot of those people who do that are either retired and, relatively wealthy, or they're rich in the first place. And then they do their jobs in their home office somewhere on an island in Spain or in Portugal or in Italy or wherever, you know. Mm, And interestingly, I was really thinking about what would I do if I won the lottery? Like if I was really able to have a life like that, to choose where I can fly at any time of the day, 24/7. And I was really thinking, like, would I actually want to move away from here? No. Would I buy myself a little residency, like on an island or something, or near the beach? Most likely, yes. But staying there for an entire winter, well, maybe once to have the experience, but it is more like having the opportunity to have the choice. I think is the most coolest thing. I think having a choice is a cool thing. To know that if I wanted, I could travel anywhere in the world at any time I want. Call some flight agency or something and tell them, "Yo, guys, I need an airplane of you guys in 2 hours, ready to be done." And I know somebody in Munich, some people in Munich. I mean, there are quite some rich people living here around. You don't know them, but you know there are rich people, and I mean really filthy rich people, kind of multimillionaires and all that. And I know there is. So we have Munich Airport, and there is a little part of Munich Airport is for private airplanes. And I'm not talking about the little Cessna or something. I'm talking about those private little jets and stuff like that. So they're parked there. The owners pay a shitload of money to pay the parking space there, Munich Airport. Other than that, they rent them out to other people. So when they say I want to go somewhere, they just call this flight agency where the pilots work, and they say, "Bro, I need to fly somewhere like I don't know in a couple hours, like 4 hours." So they have enough time to get a pilot who is rested, fresh, and all that stuff, and then they literally go to whatever place they want. Um, some people are so crazy they fly from Munich to I don't know somewhere in Italy or France for lunch. So they arrive at the airport. Driving service is there, and after that they go back to Munich. Get the this pilot to fly them back home to Munich, and then go to bed. Just for lunch to somewhere in Italy. Well, congratulations who can afford that, right? So, in the end of the day, I always say that it is cool to have the opportunity to travel if I can travel, if I have the money to travel, if I don't have to work. On the other hand, obviously, sometimes it would be cool to say, hey, weekend is coming. Let's fly to, I don't know, somewhere in. Yeah, but the thing is, if yeah, that's nice, Thierry. But there's one point that you should miss, that you should not underestimate. If you do that, I mean, obviously, you have the freedom to fly everywhere you want. True, but you have to do all the work by yourself. So there's no service, there's no pilot, there's no nothing at all, and you should never um, underestimate the fact that flying for birds is hard work. You know, keep the wind, keep all that stuff, keep the wings running and all that stuff. I would rather prefer in this life, not in next life, this life, winning a lottery jackpot and have the opportunity once to fly one of these business airplanes, not flying them myself, obviously, but having the opportunity to be flown by some professional pilot and, getting some things done, um, and having the chance of, having a good time and stuff like that. Getting some limousine service driving me to the airport, me stepping into the airplane, let's go, and they know where to go, so they just go, and obviously, boom, let's have some fun, and yeah, that would be a cool thing to happen, but I wouldn't need that all the time. Um, there are so many commercial airlines that also have a very good service if you want to fly business or first class or something, in case you can afford that. And always good to have this opportunity to, check around a little bit and see how those things go, how those things go. And that's fun, but I think those Learjets, if I look at them, those private little airplanes, yeah, they can fly you from A to B, they can fly you fast, all that stuff. You have your private flight attendant and all that. And having said that, the opportunity always is there to, if you're rich, it's nice to know the opportunity is there to do that. It is not necessarily doing it in regards of doing it, but having the opportunity to say, okay, look, if I wanted to, I could now, just call this airline thing and tell them, guys, be ready in half an hour or in 3 hours or 4 hours or something, and I'll be coming. Send me the limousine and let's just go somewhere, wherever. And I think that's awesome. Mm, the question is, would we actually need that, right? If we were that rich, would we actually need that? Would we actually need to be on a private airplane, traveling somewhere rather than, flying somewhere to somewhere else? And yeah, um, having a good time and just enjoying some good vibrations and you know, um, having the opportunity to travel around is always a good thing, regardless if you want to go like with the commercial airlines or something like that. And yeah, so 1 second. All right, got that done. And my dog is complaining that I didn't pay too much attention for 2 seconds. Hey, Bozede, good evening. Welcome to see you and nice to see you again. And yeah, so my dog is complaining currently because I didn't give him attention for 2 seconds, and he's still angry at me actually because he got shaved yesterday. So actually, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, and Yeah. So I need the lottery win. Yeah, that would be actually cool, Mandy. That would be cool. I might fly over to Nigeria and give a state visit and see if I can become president or something. Oh, that would be fun. But also, I think a couple of things would have to change. But I'm not the one. I'm not a politician. Thank God, I'm not. And therefore, I'm definitely not going to some place and tell them what they should do different, because I'm not one of those. And I hate when people from Germany go somewhere in other countries, and a lot of them tend to have this habit to say, "Ah, guys, you have to change this. That doesn't bring anything. That doesn't help anything at all. And therefore, yeah, it is how it is, right? Was it? Did you speak to Mr. Kelvin or slash Michael Jackson recently after the video that I showed yesterday? And what was his reaction? What was his reaction on you telling him, "Hey, I saw you, brother. I saw you, my little brother, dancing on my video." Ah, Mandy, for I think you haven't been on the live stream of Bozade on Saturday. So Bozade had to work on Saturday in the school that she's teaching in, and during a break of writing exams. Oh, really? Was it his final exam, or did you guys kick him out after the dancing thing? Jeez. Um, so Bozade was on her live stream in school while she was waiting for the kids to go back to class, and while she was doing a lot of things, and waiting for the exams to be written so that you can carry them to the office and all that stuff. And the kids were all well behaved, I have to say. Some of them actually played around a little bit when Bozade was not at her stream. So kids saw, there's something going on. There's something going to be recorded or something. So they went in front of the camera and did some kind of dancing there, showing some dancing skills. Hey Bev, good evening. Happy new month. Thank you for coming. And it was really fun watching that. And I actually, so as we all know, Bozada is a teacher. So I played the little student, like naming the others. Hey, Bozade, that boy over there, that little boy over there. That was so funny. And a few months. Whoa! So they have a long summer break then. Jeez, you have to keep them off the streets. Otherwise, they end up like we do. Being YouTubers and being content creators and living in the bushes and all that stuff. So yeah, happy new month, Bev. Happy new month. And yeah. Mm. But it was really fun. And Boside, what you should really do, especially as summer break is around the corner. I don't know how far you do live from that school actually, but maybe during the summer break, you should really do a nice video from there when there's no students around, so their privacy is given and everything. But you should really show the school, and because I think a lot of people might be interested in seeing that. So just from a personal perspective, I think you should really do a nice video from that, because I think that content would really be totally valuable, so that you can actually see that people actually see the school life over there. Well, not the school life because there's no kids anymore, but I think that would be really interesting to see. And just as a piece of a personal thought, not even as a piece of advice, but as a personal thought, I think you should actually doing that. Okay, so internal exams means you have to write exams as well, or is it for those kids who are supposed to be promoted to the next class? That would be interesting. But yeah, I mean, the view that you gave us that day on Saturday, when you turned the camera around and stuff, and when you let us look at the playground and everything, I just realized how big that school is. So I think it would be really interesting to see the entire school. not every classroom and everything, but seeing the school entirely, like, okay, this is the school part, this is that, this is that. That would be almost to be promoted to next class. Okay, yeah, So I hope the kids learned a lot, and tell them if they didn't, we will Pepe coming. Comb your head, I will clear. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, sister. So it is interesting to see those schools. And I remember, I'll find out if I can actually find a picture from the school in Warri in the other camp, because there was a school for a Nigerian school, actually, for Nigerian kids. They were wearing uniform and all that stuff. So we had a German school in the camp where we were living, but also from our camp, which was from the other camp, which was called the extension camp. They also had a Nigerian school there, and where all the Nigerians and the Indian kids went to. So it was very frequented, and it was like, hi SFX, good evening. It was very frequent. It was quite a big school. I don't know how many, but there were quite some students on there. And we sometimes played football against them and stuff like that, and or had a little tennis tournament and things. And it was really interesting to see how those things were actually going, and see how they did their school and versus how we did our school and all that. And school system obviously is a total different one. I think it was aligned to the UK school system, and therefore, yeah, it was interesting to watch that. And these days, it would be super interesting, wasn't it, to see how that school actually looks like entirely, like how everything is built up, how it is splitted, like where's the classrooms, where's the food part, and all that stuff. That would be interesting to see, and yeah, that would be super interesting to see how that things go and how the things look like. So yeah, it is always a pleasure to see those things from the people's perspective where they live, right? So interesting to discover those places, even though it's only virtually. But I think it is good to learn those things as well, so that people are actually able to travel without having to the necessity to travel, if that makes any sense at all. Hi, Simon. Good evening. Happy new month to you. Happy to see you here, and thank you for taking your time popping in. Really appreciating that. And yeah, Bosnia, I think we should really do that. I think it would be super interesting to see how the environment there looks like. And but at least I would be super interested in doing that. And by the way, if any one of you guys knows anyone in Warri or very near to Warri, let me know, because there are some places that I would like to see again, and I'm not sure if and how it will be possible for me to ever travel to Nigeria again. Although maybe there's a chance for a little cooperation or something like that, collaboration with that person who can maybe do some videos for me on my behalf to send them to me, so that I can actually see that areas again. That would be awesome. So if you guys have anyone in Warri or very, very, very near to Warri or Port Harcourt area, that would be awesome. And that we can get that sorted out. And that would be really great to see those places again without necessarily having to travel. But I would still have the smell in my nose from that area, and the feeling of the heat of the sun and all that stuff that was kind of hot back then, maybe, and yeah, that would be great. That would be just awesome. And having said that, I'll just give you some music on your ears real quick. I think my food is ready, and I'll just go and get me a snack to eat, and I will for sure be right back. Hello again. Back with the food. Just have some pasta tonight with some gambas in it. So seafood. Very healthy. Not too heavy. Tastes delicious. And sorry, I didn't even have breakfast this morning, so I'm really hungry right now. And already it is like just 7 p.m. So need to eat something. I hope you guys don't mind if I eat on camera. Usually I don't do that, but I hope you don't mind. So I'm really hungry. Sorry for that. For those who have not seen it yet, I have put up a new video just like an hour and a half ago or something. And because a lot of people were struggling with StreamYard and how to set a loop and all that stuff, especially, yes, I did. I did, absolutely, yes. Always do it myself. I don't like to get delivered food or something. So I did a new video today, uploaded it already. For those who are interested in that kind of stuff, it is about StreamYard. And StreamYard, for a lot of people, is interesting, especially in regards of doing a live stream like I do now. So this is on StreamYard, actually, broadcasted to YouTube. And also, it is also interesting for those people who create loops or want to create loops for the night and don't know how to do that. So I gave some kind of spiritual advice. So if you guys want to watch it later, it's only like a little over 12 minutes. And this is just a tutorial video about how to create a loop on StreamYard. So I will do more of that. Oh, I just uploaded it like an hour and a half ago or something. Like an hour, 2 hours ago, actually. It's up for just 2 hours, so don't worry. I'll do more tutorial videos now on a daily basis, like a step-by-step guidance for everything people are asking for in other people's chat. And how do I do this? How do I do that? Not only on YouTube, not only on StreamYard, but also on the on other things on YouTube, in studio, what to do, what to take care of, and all that stuff. Also, for instance, to not take copyrighted music because whatever reasons, and obvious reasons, because I was affected of that. Yeah, it is how it is. So, by the way, the recipe for this is relatively easy. You take pasta, any pasta you like. You take you boil it a little bit, not really completely, but you boil it a little bit. You put it in a pan together with the gambas. Let me see if I find one here. There we go. This is a nice one. Oh yes, there we go. So this is actually what you put into the pasta. Put a little bit olive oil, a bit salt. That's it. Then you heat it up again. And if you're doing it really smart, you just put the you put it all in a little bit heat. You You pre-fry the gambas, and then you mix it all together and let it in the pot for like 5-6 minutes. And you stir it up again, and then you just eat it. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Olive oil, pasta. You boil them, then you mix it up with the fried gambas. You put some olive oil, bit salt. That's it. Obviously, Bozede, as you're Nigerian, you will most likely put 5 kilograms of pepper in there, so that it burns twice. But you know that I'm the Oibo Pepe, and that means if I did that, then most likely I will die. So yes, that's all for me, so that I can enjoy the food, and I can enjoy the food and have this thing. Was it? By the way, I have to tell you something. Yesterday, sorry, on Saturday. Sorry, guys, I'm really hungry. On Saturday, when you did your live session in school, I witnessed something that really caught my eye in regards of you, because it was, I think, the first time ever that you were outside your place when I visited your live stream. It was, I believe, the first time ever. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it is it was the first time ever since I'm visiting your live streams that no one asked you where you're from. Did you actually realize that? Or maybe once only, but as this is the standard questions on your channel, I believe that in the time that I was there, and I was there quite some time actually on Saturday, I have realized that almost no one, or even no one at all, asked you that questions like, where's you from? How old are you? Are you married? Can you do a 360? Can you show your boobs? Can you show your toenails and all that stuff? I think it did not happen. I just realized that in the aftermath, right? No, I'm serious. I realized that in the aftermath, I was like, wait a second. This stream was new, like kind of like new in regards of that didn't happen before. Like, I mean, obviously, if someone comes the first time, they can still ask and everything. Hi, Marcus. Good evening. But I think that was the first time that this did not happen. That people did not ask you like the standard stuff that you usually get. To be honest, that was really impressive. No worries, Marcos. We all have our burdens to take. Thank you for coming anyway. Appreciating that. And I hope that you're still having a good day and having a good time. And hopefully see you on Saturday in Landshut. Again, I will be there. And hopefully we'll make some time to see also with SFX. God SFX, by the way, if you're still here. Have you decided if you go to Landshut on Saturday to meet Ifeanyico and watch his performance and maybe have a little snack or something? Let me know. In the case if. That would be awesome to meet up there. By the way, Bozadeh, do you know Ifeanyico? Me and him met like a couple of weeks ago, as if you remember. And interestingly, he lives not far away from me. And I did a little short on that and stuff like that. However, so 7MJB9, aka Marcus, and I don't know if the views have they reduced drastically. Well, I don't know. Well, on my last stream as well, to be honest, the views. So we're gonna meet again on Saturday. He's going to perform live with his drumming group, and so he's doing African drumming music with also German people who are going to be there, and I'll do a live video from that performance, but also I'll do a video like a premiere for maybe next week sometimes to show also what the market had to offer, because there's quite some stuff, and there will be quite some interesting things, African things. You all know them, but in Germany they are kind of exotic because we don't have that on a regular market. So Bozadeh, interestingly, Ifianico lives just, I would say, roughly an hour away from here. Interestingly, also, God SFX and 7MJB9 also live around the corner here. So yesterday, I brought it up that in case they're interested, so in Landshut, not far away from here either, there will be a 3-day Africa weekend, and going to witness it, going to visit it, obviously on Saturday, and then making very sure that there is an opportunity to, visit those people, visit those places, have some food there, see what they have on offer, what cultural aspects are they doing, and all that. And maybe I'll even do 2 videos out of that. So having the opportunity maybe to buy something cheap there, or not even cheap, whatever, because all those things are handmade. There's arts, there's things you can buy, African things, and yeah, it will be. I'm really looking forward to that. As far as I understand, there will also be a stand or a booth with as well Nigerian clothings, as well as Kenyan clothings and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and we'll see what's going to happen. And I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to it. Mm. Again, my apologies. I'm really hungry, and so I hope you will forgive me that I'm eating on cam, which I usually don't, as you know. But well, then again, I think eating on cam is better than smoking on cam, right? So there should be not too many complaints about that. And in the end of the day, it is a matter of fact that I have created some ideas on this event on the weekend. So whoever is near Landshut or not too far from Landshut and wants to come there, feel free to do so. There will actually be quite some dancing groups from various African countries, and I'm really looking forward to the different styles and the different music and all that stuff. And I will take as much material as I possibly can, so that not only for YouTube, but also to have the opportunity to have a look around and stuff like that. So I'll be doing some hosting on the. Yes, I do believe there better be African food. I want to eat fufu. Come on, sister. I'm very sure there will be African food. So, actually, let me have a look on this real quick. That's a good question. Oh Lord, all these cap locks. Burger, Landshut. 2025, okay. Let me see. Starting page, that's where I am. Okay. Africa Landshut, starting on the 4th, going to the 6th. So let's see about food. Food. Actually, you know what? Let me show the screen. Let me share my screen, because then it is easier to see what you guys can expect when you're there. Whoops. There you go. Put it on the stage. Make it a little bigger. So there's some pictures on there, and that is so it's from July 4th to July 6th. So coming Friday to Sunday. It's starting at 1, going until 11, and Sunday only until 7 p.m. So there's, let me see, food. Is there any food? So this is actually the event on Saturday at 3:30 with drumming around with Ifianico Kolo. That is our friend Ifianico. And I don't see anything with food, to be honest. They better have food. Otherwise, Oibo Pepe angry. So this is pictures from last year, I guess. Obviously, Africa is not only Nigeria and stuff, but let me see what else they have in offer. So obviously there must be some kind of food, hopefully, because otherwise, if Weibo Pepe has to complain about there is no food, that is not funny at all. So they sell spices there, they do all that things, and let's see what is going on there. And Africa Days, market, culture, music. So it's a former military base actually where they do that, and so there's Tanzania, there's a lot of things going on, and let's see, program, download flyer. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on the flyer and see what. Oh yeah, there's something with food as well. All right. Yes, there will be food, boss today. So good news: the father does not does not have to starve. The father does not have to starve? Well, I will go for everything. I will go for everything and anything, to be honest, and hoping that this will not be gaining too much weight again. But yeah, so there's food. Hi, Chidime. Good evening. Happy new month to you. And I saw some many things have changed for you recently. Very happy for you, and that is good to see. So in the end of the day, good changes for you. And Bozade, we have to talk sometimes about a couple of things for you, but we do that outside YouTube. I think that is a lot better, so that we can get a couple of things sorted out for you as well. So, but I prefer keeping that outside YouTube. So maybe we have a chance one day to do a one-on-one on Instagram or something. We'll find a way. No worries. Loving this. So that will be Saturday. And to be honest, I'm really looking forward to getting the Africa feeling again after quite some time, and having the opportunity to vibe into the good old times again, even though obviously things have changed and music has changed and all these things. But indeed, I'm looking forward to it, to vibe in that stuff on Saturday. And also having the chance to Happy New Month, Chidi. I heard life is easier for you now. Well, actually, I saw. Nice video, actually, it was. So, yeah, looking forward to vibe around that again, and having the chance to, find some good time and a couple hours there, not far away from home. So, feeling home again, so to speak. Feeling home again. And having a good time over there without, having to be bothered with anything or everything whatsoever. Just having a good time and just enjoying myself. An African attire. Wait a second. Let me see what that is. Oh, okay. Some clothing, you mean? Okay. Well, not sure yet, to be honest. We will see. I mean, I've never been there, to be honest. I've never heard about that festival before. Even though it is not far from here, but it is like kind of not in the same town. And obviously in the daily usual life when you work and everything, then but obviously if I purchase anything, I will buy it, but then I would do an extra video with the unboxing or showing you what I got recently and stuff like that. That is also nice content to get that sorted out and get that on screen for people and viewers. So also good material, a little bit away from the usual stuff, so that you can also see, there's something going on in the background and all that funny things. So yeah. Mm. Actually, a very good idea, Bosode. Um, though obviously, I think it is a good material to have a little bit of some unboxing video stuff. People get more interested then, and people are more they're more curious then, and obviously. No, actually, well, it depends on what you consider speaking English. Most of the Germans are able to have a light conversation at least. We do get English in school, but obviously, if you don't have the regular opportunity to speak English, like I do in my job every day, and for many years living abroad and all that stuff, maybe is not as fluent as mine is. Hi, LJ. Good evening. Happy New Month, my friend. But on the other hand, um, the point is that I've realized that Germans are able to speak English in regards of having a light conversation at least, and telling you where to go if you ask for the way, or to introduce themselves, that kind of stuff. If it is that fluent that I believe I can speak, I don't know how many can do that. It depends on how good they were at school and how much they adapted from that, because most of the times people don't live abroad, right? So most people don't travel well, they travel, but they don't live abroad. And if they travel for tourist reasons or whatever, they use hand, feet, and a couple of words they can speak. But on the other hand, I don't believe that everyone is as fluent as I am possibly. But well, it is how it is. So people are yeah. Well, but the thing, thank you, Bozadeh. The thing is, I used my first English words I ever used, and this is a true story. My first English words I ever used, or I ever heard and ever learned, was actually in Pidgin. True thing. Because when I was a little boy, we in Germany we have English lessons in school from the 5th grade on, so secondary school, right? For the first 4 years, we do basic mathematics, little German, writing, and all these things, as you know, in primary school. And then secondary school starts with the 5th grade. And that is where we also learn English, kind of. And we came to Nigeria when I was in 3rd grade, right? When I was in 3rd grade, and when I was doing that. And at the end of the day, what happened was that obviously I did not speak any English because I was in 3rd grade and I was only supposed to have English in the 5th. Nevertheless, when you wanted to play football with the guys, obviously you had to speak English because they obviously did not bother to learn German just for you, right? And we lived in Nigeria, so we were kind of obliged to obviously try to learn English a little bit. So my first ever, this was so funny, my first ever sentence in English that I learned was in Pidgin English from one of the boys playing football with. And I would never forget that. When he said, "My daddy is 30 years old. My daddy is 30 years old. He's 30 years old." That was a little boy my age. And so I was really proud. I had no idea what 30-year-old means, but that was my first ever English. So I remember that, went home, and was very proud of myself that I now learned my first sentence in English. So I went to my parents and to my dad, who was an English teacher, as a soul, and I said to him, "Dad, I think I'm learning English very fast." He looked at me like, "What are you talking about, bro? Well, you never had any English lesson. How would you speak English?" I said, "Yeah, I played football with a boy and they're teaching me. With the boys and they're teaching me." He looked at me like, "Oh, Jesus, what is coming now?" And then he asked me, "Okay, what did they teach you?" And I said, "Yeah, one of the boys told me His father is 30 years old. His father is 30 years old. And I had this Eddie Murphy smile, and I was proud and I was happy. And my dad looked at me like, I totally murdered the English language in his opinion. And he said to me, well, young man, if you want to learn now, as you're so desperate to learn English, you and I are going to sit down every day now for 1 hour and I'm going to teach you real English. And I was like, oh, Jesus. So my dad was a good teacher, I believe, to other students, but when he taught us, he was extra strict and all that stuff. That was not funny at all. So yeah, then I had to learn it was not 30 years old, it is 30 years old. And it is not, I don't know, give me the gari, give me the gari. It is no, could you give me the gari, please? This kind of stuff, right? So, or I don't know, Azar, I didn't know back then, but all these things like when I would cock your head, hey, I would clear. Then my dad didn't even bother to explain that because I was always a little bit the clown in school. And when we had English lessons, especially with him, I pissed him off so big time when I always did pigeon English in English lessons. Yeah, but the Nigerian people say, is when I would comb your head, I would clear. Or the Nigerian people say, it is like my dad is 30 years old. My dad is 30 years old. It was fun, let's say, it was like having this opportunity to kind of wind him up, which you do what you do obviously when you're a kid. So yeah, whenever my friends came after football, usually my mom prepared us sandwiches and stuff like that. So she was like, "Do you want anything more?" And my mom was always nice to the kids and all that stuff. So she, "Do you want some more sandwiches?" Give me bread, oh, give me bread, oh, the kids, awesome. And I was really celebrating that. Give me bread, oh, give me bread, oh. And yeah, when I would comb your head, I would clear. Eh? But also, what was really funny when we were playing football and mom called us for dinner and all that stuff. Or we had to go inside to get ready, shower, sleep, stuff like that. They were always like, we have to walk to the, no, I want chop to, I want chop, I want chop too. So that I always said, my mom, can you do some more? We can all eat something. So usually we ate outside on the terrace with then me and my friends. It was like easily 8, 9 kids sitting there and having food, just like normal people do. And after that, they went back to the village. Sometimes I was allowed to sleep over and all that stuff. And so I slept in the bushes, even though I knew what the bushes could mean to me one other day. Mm. Different bush times back then, I have to say. Different bushes back then. On the other hand, it is still great memories. And yeah, but I will never forget. My daddy is 30 years old. The view of my father's face. I never forget that one. I never forget that one. So that was awesome. And it was worth it to wind him up again and again. Like, and he was like, oh, no, not again. So was it, as you are a teacher, you do know when some kids that think that are super smart come to you with something, then you think like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Like in this meme, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. This kind of stuff, that moments. That moments I produced a lot, actually. I produced that moments a lot. And believe me when I say, uh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think I was the clown at home and also in class. Obviously, I was. So it was always fun doing that, to be honest, and it was great having that momentums. But on the other hand, also to be very fair, obviously it ruined my parents' nerves. So um, always fun for me. Mm, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this right now, and then I have a couple of things to take care of. I'll shoot some more videos so that I have a daily premiere coming on top of the live. So that he was actually, he rest his soul, he gone. Um, mm, so I'm gonna go towards the end of my life. Not my life. I mean, so I'm I'm not that suicidal or something. But what I gotta do, obviously, as we do these days, gonna set a raid. Let me just think who I would send this to. I see there are quite some people online who I know who have supported me recently. So let me check. Yes. All right. I'm just gonna set a raid real quick to Agatha Chow so that we can say hello there. Again, for tomorrow, there will be a live set again after a while, like house music, stuff like that, in case you want to come. There will be some things coming like that. So on Thursday, I got to do the talking again. Friday, I'm not sure yet. Saturday, I'll be on the road. And obviously, then on Sunday, I will have another tech house session live so that you guys can also join that in case if you want to. And that would be awesome if you did. So, therefore, for today, this was a really spontaneous thing. Nothing too big, nothing too special whatsoever. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here, which I really appreciate. And I don't take that for granted, especially not on a random weekday like it is today. Wishing you all a great week, and we see each other again tomorrow, right? So 7 p.m. live set, DJ, house music, something to dance along with, and hopefully you guys gonna have fun. So wishing you all a great, super great evening, and hopefully a good time. That's the most important thing. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'm gonna stream us over to Agatha Chow. Let's say hello to her. Let's spread some love, and wishing you all a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for coming. See you all tomorrow, and good night. Bye bye.